look, more power to her. Nobody told her to flip the fucking table.
Nope.
So I'm not taking any credit away.
No, that was natural. That was a natural reaction.
This is, I would say, the top 1 to 2, definitely top 3 most iconic moments in Housewives.
Sure, it was. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe number 1, but definitely top 2 and 3.
Top
definitely.
2. Danielle getting her
throwing
hair
some
ripped out.
throwing some
but
Atlanta.
Danielle getting her hair ripped out when her Manolo boots broke, and that was pretty wild too. You know, that was pretty wild.
I think I had Allison Dubois from Beverly Hills. I think that first dinner party from hell, and I think Nene Leakes not getting into Sheree's party set off the whole Atlanta everything. So those are the ones that stick out to me.
Well, you know why? Because back then it was really real. Everything that happened was real. Everything that happened on Jersey was real.
Same thing with Nene. Like
I
mean, Carlos, I've talked to Carlos on my show. Carlos said, like, he's like, we didn't know what to do because, like, Nene was a true cast member. And it's like, you know, production could have said, I mean, she, like, you got to let her in. She's she's the star. I mean, they're
all under contract.
But no, Carlos is like, we just said, this is not how you do it. You just stay out of it. The like star of the show. I mean, she wasn't the star at that point.
Right.
She too became the star of the show after this. And Nene not getting into that party was like, that's
big time.
Her whole thing. So
big time. But
no, Teresa. And I also heard that Teresa at this thing wasn't really, there was a lot of like Teresa haters in the crowd that were whispering.
There was. There was a lot of haters.
But I heard when they said that she's done with Melissa and Joe, I heard people then clap. So
yes, that's I heard that too.
It's just like us and all of our comments we'll get into. I don't think people like Teresa, but man, they really don't like the Gorgas.
They're on a mission to bring out all the dirty laundry of the Gorgas. They're on a mission. They're sending me
really?
They're sending me all the paperwork, the $30,000 that they owe, the this, the that, and they just keep showing the house and acting like nothing's wrong, and it's just crazy.
Joe, did you see little Joey is in on it? He's showing before and afters of the spiral staircase.
I know.
Again, when I move into my Waldorf apartment,
yes,
and it's ready, I'm gonna fucking show that shit off.
You better show it.
I'm gonna show it, and then I'm gonna move on. And guess what? It's also paid for. We're not having. I don't need. But like, I mean, it's a week later. And I actually like the house. I told you, you don't really like. It's a little too stale for my taste, but I actually don't. I like it better than their other house. But like, you know what it is? I don't understand any of the McMansions in Jersey. I don't get them. They're strange to me. I like told you this when I went to Aydin's house, when I used to go to Jennifer Aydin's house, because everyone likes the little behind the scenes stories. Her walls were sheetrock. Like if now she has some new furniture, but at one point there was a whole house and there was no furniture in it. It was like, can you not afford?
Right.
But like they couldn't afford the furniture. But regardless, you would knock on the walls and it was like.
So you're saying it was very thin, like very thin, yeah.
It was like it's like these cookie cutter McMansions.
Yeah, a lot of them are cookie cutters. A lot of them. Well, you saw in the Gorga's original house. Remember when they went into and the piece came off of the bathroom, whatever it was in the bathroom. Yeah. So listen, I'm not knocking any of their homes. Good, God bless. Keep building them bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, Kathy and Richie. It was all over again. People picked it up. Kathy and Richie. Let me give you the background story. Wakile. They loved their home. But here's the thing. They made an investment into this home. They decorated. It was my favorite out of all the New Jersey, out of all the homes. Lisa Vanderpump is the only house that I like just as much. Okay. With that said, they were not looking to sell their home. They are not in financial disarray. They were just in Europe for 5 weeks. So stop your bullshit. Number one. Number two, Franklin Lakes is hot right now. So what happened is the daughter's married. The son's very much moving along in his career, doing very well. There was an offer on the table that they couldn't refuse. And Kathy and Richie loved doing the process. They loved the process. So they took the offer. And right now they're doing what they're doing. They have a townhouse, but they're looking for their next project. What do people find so crazy about that? That is called flipping a house. That is called being smart. That is called being smart and making money, not losing money on a house. The Gorgas, their house was on the market for how many years? Teresa's house, how many years? Meanwhile, people walked into Kathy and Richie and begged for their house. So stop.
I told you that I sold an apartment, the one I lived above Michael Kors and Jon Stewart, when I saw a certain number that my neighbor got. I'm like,
done.
Get me out. You never look. I had one apartment that I missed sometimes, but you just thank God people can do that. It means that they're not superficial and they realize, like, yeah, I mean, they got 3 point something. Go live at a townhouse and live a life of fucking freedom.
And when you find the next piece of property or whatever one is, you do it. They were in Europe for 5 weeks. Okay, they're living their life. They're enjoying themselves. They're both class acts. Kathy just told me, you ready for this, guys? Richie just lost 35 pounds. And my girlfriend, Kathy, 20. God bless both of you. Perfect time for the holidays.
And you didn't, come on now. Did you say, they've got to be on the same diet? I mean, everyone.
I'm going to, listen to me. I don't know. I didn't question that. So I will talk to, I'm supposed to call her at the end of the week. I'm helping her out a little bit with the real. Because she's got a lot of stuff she wants to sell. She dropped 20 pounds, you know?
I guarantee you. I mean, listen, but by the way, for anyone that has an issue with my diet, you can go fuck yourself. Okay.
Well, anyone who has an issue with anything, let's get into that for a minute.
Okay. And then I want to talk about Art Basel, where I just was, and I ran into all the housewives. Every single person in Bravo is on the diet that I'm on, but we can get into that in a second.
Okay.
Let's hear. So
my dentist was there. I wish I would have introduced you to him before. But anyway.
No, I'm telling you, I think there's no shade to it. I think they lost weight the same way.
Okay, let me see. I don't know.
Inject yourself with this needle and move on. Okay, go on.
So anyway, long story short, what was I even going to say? Oh,
about the comments.
The comments. Okay. So last night, first of all, you all know that I had a bout. I didn't feel good in October. I got sick. I went on my Z-Pack. Then it went into a sinus infection. I went on amoxicillin, and now I need a root canal tomorrow. So it hasn't been the greatest month of my life. I'm dealing with it. So I'm home a lot with my dogs, and I'm doing stuff around my house. Everyone was asking me to show some of my decorations. Kristen came over and I made her do a video. People are liking it. As you can see, everyone, I'm not a minimalist. I like a lot.
You like
Long story short, I like a lot. I'm in bed and I see that David's like tagging me on things. So I go on his Instagram because when I'm bored and miserable, I shop. So I've been shopping online. And I see these people what does Kim D know? How does Kim D this? Where does Kim D live? What is she? First of all, let's start with this. I, at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, do this podcast in my pajamas with not a stitch of makeup on, no filter. And I finally got new glasses. Let's leave it at that. I really, truly, truly love our people who listen. We got the